last year when you couldn't get that result against Old Firm? How good is it to finally start it off with the end of the season?
It was part of one of the many things we want to improve on. We spoke with the team and what targets for the season and our challenges ahead of us. One of the first things, particularly after when the fixtures came out, one of the first things we had to try and demonstrate was an ability and a personality and a confidence to beat Rangers and Celtic this season, because we beat every team in the Premier League last year except them. So you need to do so much right to beat them. You know, people say maybe Rangers are still maybe the first competitive game, and there's that kind of try to bed in new players and all the rest of it. We had the benefit of bedding in new players through cup fixtures. I complained about the League Cup starting. It was a week too early, no doubt about it, but the flip side of it is you get competitive games and get players become a wee bit more game ready. So we looked at Rangers, started looking at them from last Sunday, try to familiarise yourself with the new signings. We anticipated them playing a diamond, and we set up in a way where we tried to nullify, we tried to show intensity through the middle, but you can't just play 90 odd minutes and try to stop a team like Rangers, and it needs to, you need to be able to play. I thought we switched the ball well into the areas on the outside of the diamond. I thought we arrived time and time again outside the box with good moments, gave us oxygen. We spoke at half time about really showing the real belief, not just pretend belief and saying the right thing, but that real belief to go and get the next goal. And we thought if we got that first goal, we'd have enough to hold on to. So couldn't single anybody out. It was a proper team performance, squad performance to win the game, because Rangers are littered with good players, and I felt our level of performance was good. So, and to answer your question and going round about it, I think the fact that we've managed to beat Rangers was one of the boxes ticked, and it's an encouraging start. It is only a start, but I think we're going to next week's game with another thing to address. Really, we're away form. I think we won. Depending who you look, we won 2 of our last 3 away games last season. I sound like wee Craig Brown there, but we clearly need to improve our away form, and next Sunday gives us an opportunity to try and address that as well going forward.
In terms of performance there, does that set the bar and proves that you can not only take points off the biggest teams but win the games, and a lot of your supporters would say deservedly win the game as well?
Well, I thought we did deserve to win the game, but I didn't doubt we had a performance in us to win the game and beat the Old Firm. And it's you don't always get that opportunity. I've sat here many times having lost, but still be encouraged. I thought last season was just a step too far for us when we played them. We only played Rangers once here, we lost 3-2 and we got a man sent off. So I thought we were actually not too bad in that game, but we never laid a glove in Celtic when they came here, and so it is important that it's not just the games against Rangers and Celtic don't decide our outcomes this season, but they can certainly help, because it's 3 points, same as any other victory. But in terms of belief and confidence, particularly for a new squad that we're putting together, it can only serve as well, I would imagine.
So you had a close call last season at the bottom, but is this the sort of result that gives the team belief that they can be looking higher up the table this season?
I think it's a bit early to say that. I think the time to judge and reflect the merits of our squad this season is at the end of the season, but we have tried to bring in a level of player. There's a lot of work needing done. We had a lot of good players and good people left the building last season, and boys that done really well for me, and it was a heavy heart with some of them that you move on, but there was a scope there, an opportunity to try and change the squad. We've brought 11 in, we still like to do 1 or 2 more, we still like to bring in a wee bit more firepower, but with senior players coming back this week, Rory McInnes and Kyle Vassell, which is great for us. Hopefully Joe Wright, part of that next week as well. So we've got decent strength there when everybody's fit and available, but we'd still like to carry a wee bit more punch at the top end of the pitch. Today might have not been the perfect day to show that and demonstrate that, although we still had good moments, but we'd still like to try and address that one, and we're working really hard to add to the squad. And if we can replicate a lot of what was served up today, then we can be encouraged going forward.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Cheers.